The probe was finally coming back today. 70 years had gone by since the first return trip to another solar system was launched, long before either George or Matthew were born. The planet was Proxima B, circling around Proxima Centauri, our closest star. The probe had landed, picked up dirt from the surface, and taken off to return with samples. "There it is!" Matthew couldn't stand still. The little probe was floating in the water in front of the boat. They got it up and under deck to the hermetic laboratory where it was going to be opened. The sample of sand and stones was moved to a glass cage with plastic gloves attached. "Let's get on with it," George said. There was no reason to lose time. He stuck his hands into the gloves and started separating the stones. "I'll be damned," he said. "What?" Matthews came running over. "What the? It looks like..." "Sure does. Organic material." They looked at each other, at the substance in the glass beholder, back on each other. It was some kind of greenish mud. All the information the probe had sent home had said the same thing. No organic matter found. "Maybe it's infested by some alga here in the sea," Matthews tried, but he knew it was unlikely. "Or maybe it's been carried all the way from Earth to begin with. It didn't look like anything from Earth. Not at all." The color was shining, almost metallic, with a soft, humid texture. George poked it. Something moved inside, reacting to the contact. The two scientists were staring, mouths wide open. The blob moved a bit more. A small head came out. 4 eyes. It looked like some kind of snail with a strange 3-fingered arm sticking out in front. No one spoke. No one even breathed. They were going to be the most famous scientists in the world. The creature would have their names. Maybe even extraterrestrial life as a whole would be named after them. A strange sound. It came from the creature. It got louder, the tone higher, until the two men had to cover their ears. The glass walls cracked. Splinters fell to the floor. The creature grew, like it was filling up with air, bigger and bigger. It exploded. A green liquid splashed out in all directions, covering the two men. A horrible smell filled the room. "Oh, man," George started in disgust. He stopped. His eyes widened in horror. His arms were rotting. His chest. Everything. He looked at Matthew. His face was a stinking hole. From that day on, rotting to death by extraterrestrial liquid would be called the George-Mattheus Effect.